Hi there. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to go viral on TikTok. Well, try going viral on TikTok. I built an AI tool that researches viral TikTok videos in your niche and analyzes the heck out of it. It literally tries to understand what makes that video going viral. But first, let's look at the results. I asked it to give me top 15 TikToks around skincare that was published last week. And I got this table. It scraped all information, users, captions, hashtags, number of likes and video. But of course, the gold of it is the analysis that it did. Right away, like looking at this table, you can see what format works the best. Giveaway, no surprise here. But also review showcase before after tutorials. It can help you to answer the question, should you go with professionally produced content, or does authenticity of user generated one resonates with your audience more? I think this might have just saved you from buying a fancy camera. You can look at the tone. Is it high energy, funny and playful? But my favorite thing is that it analyzes the hooks. And I think it's doing a pretty decent job of it. Let's look at a video and then see what the hook is. I'm gonna skip giveaway because well, let's see this review and showcase. Okay, and this is what AI says. The mask's unique bubbling texture. That's what grabs people's attention. Maybe let's look at some other examples. So what's a visual hook here? The close-up shot of the creator's expressive face and her animated hand gestures quickly capture the viewer's attention. I think it's doing pretty good with it. Anyways, if you like what you see, next I'm gonna show you how I built this tool using N8N. N8N is a no-code platform, so you don't need to be very technical. Also, I'm giving away for free my template. So you don't even need to build it, you just need to copy it. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna explain what exactly do you need to change in that template so it's gonna work on your machine. All right, let's take a look at how this system works. It's built with three key parts. First, we have an Airtable, and this is basically a fancy spreadsheet. This is where we keep the topics that we're gonna use to define our niche. Then we have N8N. This is the heart of our system. This flow takes topics from Airtable, searches TikTok for the videos, and uses the amazing new Gemini AI model to analyze them. Don't worry, if you're not super techy, we've got you covered. I'll provide you with ready-to-use template, and once it's set up, you won't have to touch this thing at all. Your TikTok analysis will automatically appear in your Airtable on a scheduled day. And of course, here is the best part. It's the output table. You will get a clear, organized list of the most popular videos for each topic. What exactly you want to extract from this video could be modified, and I will show you how. Now just imagine how much time this system could save you. You will have all the data you need right at your fingertips. Now I'm going to jump into N8N, walk you node by node, and show how simple it actually is. First, schedule trigger. This node initiates the process by checking for fresh TikToks on a set schedule. By default, we have 7 days. You can easily adjust this to run daily, monthly, or on any custom schedule you want. Next, config. Here I store all the variables, API keys, even prompts. So when you use my template, you don't have to search for the entire flow. You just can go here to the config and adjust everything you need. Then Airtable. This node retrieves the topics from that Airtable list I showed you earlier. You can change your Airtable file base here. And by the way, there's one thing all nodes in N8N has in common. On the left side, you can see the input to the node, on the right side, output, and here in the center is settings. So that's what you're usually playing with. If you need to change a base or table, you just click here and select a different document or tab within Airtable. Next, we scrape TikTok data by sending a JSON request. We have a URL where we send it to, a few headers, API key, but you don't need to change it here again. Just use config for that. And the JSON. Here you can adjust the parameters, such as how recent the TikToks should be. In this case, I requested this week, the country, and also the number of videos you want to receive. This is another variable that you can change in the config. After scraping, we sort videos by their view count in descending order. You can limit how many videos you want to analyze. Finally, we save all the scraped videos to a different table in Airtable. This time we use a Reels table. Here we capture all the information we scraped. User, caption, hashtags, video view count, likes count, video URL. Format, hook, visual hook, and analysis, we're gonna leave empty. That's what AI is gonna fill out for us. But to match the columns, I use Reel ID. There's a lot of different IDs in Airtable. I think every cell, table, and base has its own ID, so it could get confusing pretty quickly. I created a Reel ID column in Airtable, this one, and I use ID of actual TikTok video to save in this column. So every time we will be matching videos to our Airtable, I will be using this Reel ID. Well, we're almost half through it. At this point, we scraped all TikTok videos that we wanted and saved it in our Airtable database, including all their metadata that we needed and video URLs. Next, we're gonna analyze each video one by one. We start by checking if a video has been analyzed. If the analysis column is empty, it means that the video hasn't been processed yet, so we can continue. Loop over items node just allows us to go one by one through each video. You're not going to need to modify it. The next 5 nodes work together to send the video to Gemini for analysis. Here's how. First, we download the video directly from TikTok using the URL from the previous nodes. We then upload it to Google Drive. I added this step because I like to save this video somewhere permanently since TikTok links are temporary. When uploading, I name the file based on the user plus a video plus an ID, and I have a folder that I selected for my videos. Next, we ask Gemini to generate a specific upload URL. We need to do a request to this URL, provide API key for Gemini. Again, you don't have to provide it here. You can just update it in the config file. And then here, through these parameters, we have size of the video, type of the video, and then a JSON request with the name of the video. We then download this file from Google Drive, and the output will be binary data. This data we pass to Gemini. Now we try to upload this video to Gemini, so we use the URL that we generated with the previous node. Again, API key, content length, a few additional parameters, and our binary data. Now that the video is successfully uploaded to Gemini, we are ready for the most exciting part, analyzing the video. First, we are going to save variables, URL, file type, Google Drive URL, and the name of the file, because we're going to use them later. Then we have a node that makes our flow to freeze for 60 seconds. That should be enough to get video to upload. Then we send another request to Gemini. This is an important step that accomplishes a few things. Again, you can see we have URL here, our API keys, and JSON request. We use this JSON to send the prompt that we defined in our config file. In this prompt, we tell it exactly how we want this video to be analyzed. We also pass in video type of the file and URL for the video. Also, we're instructing a model about what response do we want to get. In our case, we want to get array with several objects, its category, hook, visual hook, style, basically all these columns that you see in our Airtable. And we also tell it that all of them are required. So we want to make sure that it's not going to miss any of those. At last, we update our Airtable records again. Basically, if already familiar to you Airtable node, the operation is update here. We have our content research base and Reels table selected. We are matching it based on Reel ID. And we have format, style, tone, hook, fields that we are receiving variable from the previous node. One interesting thing here is because we receive JSON that contains an array, we actually need to parse through that array to find the right variable. Do we need category? Do we need style, tone? So we use JSON parse function to do that. Well, we are done with the notes, but I want to quickly show you prompt before we talk about setup. Here we do a few things. First, we ask to determine which category best fits video and provide a list of categories to select one. We give it an option that if no categories fit, it should select other. We ask it to determine the hook and visual hook, determine content type. Basically, again, we just go one by one through each column we prepared for AI in this database, and it will provide us with answers to these questions. Now, I'm going to show you how to copy this system using my template. First, download the template from the video description. Then, head over to N8N.io and create a free account. Once you are logged in, click Create Workflow button. This is where you usually build workflows, but in this case, you don't have to. You can just use my template. Click on these three dots, select Import from File, and select the file. Next, you will need to update some of the credentials and provide API keys. I will walk you through that step by step. Let's start with an Airtable. Click at the link that I provided, and you will arrive to my Airtable file. You can click Copy Base, and in my case, it's just opened my Airtable asking me to duplicate this base. But if you don't have an account, it will instead force you to create a free account, which is exactly what you need. Then we need to set up a connection between N8N and Airtable. For this, we will go back to N8N, click Airtable node, and click Create New Credential. So we need to provide access token. I have a link for you here and a list of permissions that you will need. I already have a bunch of tokens. You probably don't. You just need to create new token. You can call it the way you want. You need to give it access to data records read, data records write, and also schema basis read. And then as access, you can select what files do you want to give it access to, or if you don't worry about it too much, you can just give it access to the entire workspace. Once your credentials are set up, you're going to be able to select it here. Next stop, Apify. Apify is a marketplace of scrapers. You can find any scraper you need here. You can just create a free account. If I was not logged in, there would be a get started button or something like that. Once your account is set up, you can go and click this link, which will bring you to a settings page where you can copy your API token, go to config, and provide your API token here. Here's the thing though, for this specific project, I use a scraper that doesn't work on a free plan. So I had to upgrade my plan to a starter in order for it to work. If you want to keep it free, there is a bunch of other scrapers. You can search for them in Apify store, and maybe you can find one that works well, but I just prefer the reliability of this one. It has great settings and a lot of reviews. So to make my life easy, I just went with it. Next, you will have to create a API key for Gemini. Just follow this link. It will ask you to log in with your Google account. You click Create API Key, select the project that you are planning to use, and create API key for this project. After that, you will need to paste it here in the config file, right here at Gemini key. As for today, Gemini is free. It has a limit on how much you can use it, but for the model that we use, you can see that the limit is pretty high. It's 10 requests per minute and 1,500 requests per day, so you should be good for a while. So, what do you think? Do you want to tweak this system in some way? Do you want to use it for Instagram Reels, YouTube? Is there anything that's missing? If you have any ideas, drop them in the comment below and subscribe. I'm always looking for new things to build, and there's a pretty good chance that your idea will be featured in one of the future videos. Bye.